Hey there guys, it's Liz here, and tonight's training is about Goli apple cider vinegar gummies. So do me a favor, as you guys are watching, let me know, have you ever tried apple cider vinegar before? Do me a favor, put it in the comments, let me know, and if you did, what form did you try it in? Was it in, like, are you a straight shooter? Are you like, yep, I do a shot of that every single morning? Are you someone like me where you go and you mix it into a little cocktail, maybe some cinnamon, maybe some stevia in there? That's how I like it whenever I enjoy it. Or maybe you're somebody that does the freeze-dried apple cider vinegar capsules. Maybe you do the gummies. Let me know, put it in the comments. And if you're like my husband and you're like, I don't care what form you put it in, I can't do the taste. Do me a favor and let me know that too, because that's a big reason why Goli created this product. They were trying to solve a problem, right? But my goal is to help you guys understand the effectiveness of a product and to help you understand, the potential toxicity where you may not want to delegate your dollars towards one version of a product versus another. So that's what this is about. So just to make a little disclaimer, I did email Goli 2 weeks ago. And I asked them specific questions that I wanted answers to before I came and did a review. However, I got a response back that day saying, hey, we got your email, but we are in the middle of a pandemic and I understand that, so we'll get back to you as we can. I still haven't heard from them and it's been 2 weeks. Not to say they won't get back to me, but I've had many people asking me about this product lately, especially as people see my apple cider vinegar training where I talk about the benefits of it. And if you haven't seen that training, by the way, just tag me in that training in the comments and I'll scroll back. It's been months back. So I'll scroll back, find it, make sure that you're tagged in it. But that's a big reason why people were asking me about this. Because many of you guys could be like my husband and you're like, I literally cannot do it. I don't care what form it's in. So maybe this seems like the best solution for you, right? So I did want to let you guys know and make a disclaimer that when I get the answers that I asked, I may change, I may revise my opinion, but based off of the information that I have now, based off of the information on the website, the research that I've done, any studies I've looked at, anything that I could find, this is my feedback on this product. All right, so first things first, here's why these are the 4 things that make me not quite sold on this product. First, it's in gummy form, okay? I love gummies. I love them just as much as anybody else. But what I need you to remember is that the studies that have been done on apple cider vinegar, at least the ones that they use on their website to show the effectiveness of the product, they're all liquid apple cider vinegar studies. So when you go to Goli's website and they have a link at the bottom that says, they have a couple different links on their website, but it's, you're trying to find the research. So it's the science behind Goli or studies behind Goli. I clicked on that and it's all studies about apple cider vinegar and its effectiveness, but it's all in liquid form. So we don't know if this delivery system, if this vehicle to deliver apple cider vinegar is as effective. We don't know. It could be, but it may not be. So there are a lot of companies that may start to use studies that have been done on an ingredient, but it doesn't mean that the same studies apply to your product. So that's something I want you to keep in mind, not just for this company, but for tons of companies out there. I've talked about that in a couple different trainings, in that you gotta be careful if a company says, hey, we use ashwagandha, and ashwagandha has great properties, but they have very minimal amount in their product. Well, you can't just go and steal that study and say, hey, it applies to our product. It doesn't. It's not the same potency. It's not the same delivery system, etc. Okay, so just keep an eye out for that. So that's the first thing, is it's not the same delivery mechanism. So do the studies necessarily still apply? We don't necessarily know. Number 2 is that we don't know what heat the product is manufactured under. So yes, they're using unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother, but if it's under heat, it can denature that apple cider vinegar and some of the properties. It can denature, some of the probiotic benefits that some people want to get from things. So that's something to keep in mind as well. That's a question I also ask them, is we don't know if it's processed under heat. The effectiveness, the quality of the product absolutely can be compromised. So that's number 2. Number 3 is the fact that their apple cider vinegar, it's not listed as organic. And so here you'll see apple cider vinegar. It's not listed as organic, but they do have other organic ingredients, organic beetroot, organic pomegranate, other organic ingredients to help with flavoring. But when the apple cider vinegar isn't organic, the reason that concerns me is because apples are on the Dirty Dozen list. So, you know, the top 12 types of produce, the top 12 fruits and vegetables that are known to have the highest amount of pesticides, apples is high up on there. And so I even said months back when I did my original training on apple cider vinegar that you need to get an organic form. It goes the same for when it's in gummies. Now, I did email them to try and verify saying, is there some reason you don't have it listed as organic? Is it organic? I just want to know for sure. And I don't know. So if it's not, I don't recommend this product because I feel like the toxicities outweigh the benefits. Like you're not getting enough benefits to be able to justify having pesticide-ridden apples within something that you're probably going to be taking pretty regularly. So that's my feedback on that. If it's not organic, I wouldn't recommend taking it. So that's number 3. And then last but not least, guys, number 4 is the B vitamins that they choose to put in here are also not in the most bioavailable form. So many times in supplements, not just Goli, but a lot of supplements in there, they're going to use the cheap versions of vitamins. Like there's multiple different types of, you know, like calcium or, you know, vitamin D or B vitamins, okay? So they have B9 and B12. Well, if you know enough about types of B vitamins, you'll know that when you look on their label and you see that it says cyanocobalamin, that's not the most bioavailable form. Methylcobalamin is. And so cyanocobalamin it's made in a lab, it's not in its natural form, and it has a cyanide molecule attached to it. It's literally methylcobalamin with a cyanide molecule attached to it. Why would somebody use that? It's cheaper. It's cheaper, it's more cost effective for them, but it's not better for you. Now, can you still technically get benefits from this? Yes. Is it going to be as good as methylcobalamin? No. And you have a cyanide molecule attached to it. I mean, I'm not saying it's like you're going to die from it because you have to have a lot of that to reach that level of toxicity, but your body still doesn't need it, doesn't use it, and has to get rid of it and excrete it. So your body has to turn it into methylcobalamin anyway. So the only reason they're not going to use methylcobalamin is because it's more expensive for them. That's a personal choice for a company. That's absolutely their right, but I need you guys to know because it's your right to know. Same thing goes for their B9 that they have in there, okay? So this is, you know, they use folic acid. What's the more bioavailable version of that you're actually going to be able to absorb and use readily in your body? You'll want to get the benefits from it. That would be, so it would be like 6S tetrahydrofolate. It's literally a really long Scrabble word. I'll put it in the comments. When you understand like the biochemical makeup of a lot of these vitamins, you're like, okay, it's actually more normal for them to have longer names. But I'll put that in the comments for you guys. That's the version of B9 or, you know, folate that you want to look for, okay? So it's not just enough to say, we have B9, you know, we have B12. If your body can't readily use it or if it has more toxicity to it, you know, how much weight does that carry for you? Is that important to you? That's what I want you guys to think about. So just to kind of bring this full circle, guys, if you decide you want to use this product, that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely okay. That is your right. My goal is to always come and be like, listen, let's talk about the efficiency of this. Let's talk about whether the science actually proves it. Let's talk about the potential toxicity, and then you make the best decision for you, for your family, for your health. If it's me, I am not going to have something that has non-organic apples in it. That's honestly the biggest thing for me. So that's absolutely your choice, guys. If I get answers back and it ends up being something that changes my mind, you bet I will absolutely update you. But as of right now, that's my review on the Goli Gummies. You make your choice. You make your decision based off of that, but hopefully you can make a more consumer educated decision. And I pray that this helped you.